Hey everybody! So yesterday we started lesson 2 and we were talking about the importance of division as equal sharing. And I want to spend a couple of days on this lesson because it's really so important to understand that division just means equal sharing into smaller groups, okay? So we're going to keep working on a little bit more. I am going to go through this little worksheet with you, and I know it's hard to see on the board because they're kind of small, so I went ahead and posted pictures of the worksheet down below. So you can follow along with me in the video, or you can be looking at the worksheets, whatever works better for you. So I also have counters up here. Yesterday, I pretty much drew pictures with my pencil, just so that you could see it that way, but today I'm going to use counters so that you can have an idea, if you are using counters at home, what that should look like. And remember, counters can be anything that you have enough of. You'll need 14 of whatever it is that you have if you want to use counters today. I'm using little paper clip things, but you can use Cheerios or Legos or crayons or anything that you have laying around the house. So if you want to do it with a pencil, perfect. If you'd prefer to have counters and kind of follow along what I'm doing, you can pause the video now, go grab your counters, and then come back. All right, so let's look at number 1. Divide to find the number in each group. Write a division sentence. So it says 9 counters, 3 equal groups. So the very first thing that we need to do is make sure that we have 9 counters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Check. Go ahead and count out 9 counters for you. All right, then it says 3 equal groups. Now, you can do this a couple of different ways. If you want to draw, oh, it's not going to let me draw. If you want to draw actual groups to put them in, you can. Or you can just separate them into groups. You just need to make sure they're far enough apart that you can see the different groups. So that's what I'm going to do. Here's group 1, 2, 3. Now, I still have counters up here, so I need to continue equal sharing until they're all given out. So when I say equal sharing, that doesn't mean that I can put 4 here, 2 here, and 2 here. Because then they're not equal. Okay, so each group has 1 as of now. All right, now each group has 2, but I still have more to equal share. All right, so you can see my groups are very separate. It's very clear that I have 3 groups, okay? How many are in each group? A, 3, B, 6, C, 3 in each group, or D, 6 in each group? Okay, well we can see very clearly there's 3 in each group. So we can get rid of B and D. But we need to talk about how are we going to write our division sentence? Well, how many did I start with? Absolutely, 9. How many groups did I divide it into? 3. And then how many did that leave me with in each group? 3. So our division sentence reads 9 divided by 3 equals 3. So that means we want C. 3 in each group, 9 divided by 3 equals 3. All right, let's move on to number 2. Divide to find the number in each group, write a division sentence. Okay, our first step, how many counters do you need to have? 6. Let's count out 6 counters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, how many equal groups am I going to have? 2. 2 equal groups. I went ahead and drew my equal groups just to show you that method if you're having trouble keeping your groups separate and what goes where. So now we need to equal share until every one of our counters is handed out. So 1 for this group, 1 for this one. 1 here, 1 here, 1 here, 1 here. Okay, our equal sharing is done. I don't have any more counters. How many are in each group? 3. Okay, so we can get rid of D. because there's not 2 in each group. But now we need to figure out what should our division sentence be. Well, I had 6 counters total, and I know I always start with my total number, divided by how many groups? 2 equals, how many are in each group? 3. So our division sentence reads 6 divided by 2 equals 3. Boom. We should have B. All right, let me move these. All right, let's go ahead and move on to number 3. Okay, number 3 says, divide to find the number in each group. Write a division sentence. So we're sticking with the same thing. But this time, how many counters do you need? Write 10 counters. All right, make sure that you always need to double check. Do you have the right number of counters? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. How many groups am I going to divide this into? 5 equal groups. Notice that it always says equal. We always have to have the same amount in each group. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I have more. I need to continue to equal share. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can see my groups are totally separate. There's no confusing what's in what group. All right, so how many are in each group? 2. So that means we can get rid of B and D, because there's not 5 in each group, there's 2. But now we need to decide which one of those division sentences is our division sentence. How many do we have total? 10. Divided by how many groups? 5. How many are in each group? 2. So our division sentence reads 10 divided by 5 equals 2. So our answer should have been A. Good. Okay, let's try one more together before I turn you loose. Okay, we're on number 4 now. How many counters do we need? Oh, just 4. All right. How many equal groups are we talking about? 2. 2 equal groups. All right, let's equal share. 1 for this group, 1 for this group. 1 here, 1 here. How many are in each group? 2. So let's write our, actually, why don't you try to write the division sentence? Go ahead and pause the video, write the division sentence, and then come back and hit play and check and see if you got it right. All right, did you write 4 divided by 2 equals 2? I hope so, because that's our right answer. We had 4 counters divided by 2 groups equals 2 in each group. Okay. Now, I'm going to have you try number 5 completely on your own. So you're going to get out your counters, you're going to divide them into the groups, write your your division sentence. So you're going to pause the video, and then after you get all of that done, come back and check and see if you got it right. Okay, oops, that one's drooping. All right, so here we go. We've got our 14 counters. Hopefully you got that. Did you count out 14? 7 equal groups. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. I'm gonna equal share. 1 for you, 1 for you, 1 there. one in that group, one in that group, one in that group, and one in that group. How many did you end up with in each group? Right, 2. Okay, so your division sentence should have read 14 divided by 7 equals 2. And that should have been answer A. I hope you got that right. And I hope after this practice you feel like you're really getting a good idea about division as equal groups. And next week we're going to build upon this.